Imagine waking up somewhere you never have to double check the locks, where walking home at midnight feels as normal as a morning coffee, and where peace of mind isn't just a phrase, it's part of daily life. In a world that sometimes feels a little unpredictable, finding places that are genuinely safe to live in and travel through is more important than ever. Whether you're dreaming of starting fresh abroad, planning your next adventure, or just curious which countries have mastered the art of calm, this list has you covered. Today, we're counting down the 10 safest countries in the world this coming 2026. Places where stability, kindness, and community aren't just policies, they're a way of life. From Nordic wonderlands and Central European gems to island nations that feel like paradise with a safety guarantee, these countries have figured out what so many others are still trying to learn: how to live well without worry. We'll look at what makes each of these nations not just statistically safe, but emotionally safe. Places where trust still means something, where streets feel welcoming, and where everyday life moves at the speed of serenity. If you're someone who values safety, comfort, and the kind of lifestyle that lets you actually breathe, you'll want to stick around. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which of these countries you'd move to, or which one surprised you the most. Alright, let's start our journey across the safest corners of the world. Beginning high up in the North Atlantic, where peace has an address and trust is practically a national sport. Starting off at the top of the world, Iceland, where the idea of lock your car and hope for the best is basically alien. In this tiny Nordic nation, crime is so rare that most police officers don't even carry guns. Seriously. The biggest criminal scandal in recent years involved someone stealing a few tubs of Skyr, Icelandic yogurt. It's that peaceful. With a population of under 400,000, Iceland feels more like a close-knit village than a country, where everyone sort of knows everyone else, and strangers are treated like distant cousins. But it's not just about crime rates. Iceland's entire culture is built around trust and equality. You'll find babies napping outside cafes, locals leaving their houses unlocked, and lost wallets returned with every krona still inside. The sense of safety extends beyond the people, too. The healthcare system is world-class, the air is among the cleanest on Earth, and natural disasters are carefully monitored with cutting-edge systems. And let's be honest, if safety could be measured in scenery, Iceland would still top the charts. The land looks like another planet, with waterfalls crashing through volcanic cliffs, steaming hot springs, and the northern lights painting the sky like it's no big deal. Reykjavik, the capital, hums with creative energy, cozy cafes, and design shops that feel like Pinterest come to life. Even at night, walking alone feels completely normal, because here, it is. Economically, things are stable, the education system is strong, and the people? Among the happiest in the world. Life in Iceland runs on trust, tranquility, and a deep respect for nature. It's not just one of the safest countries, it's one of the few where peace of mind isn't a luxury. It's a lifestyle. Next up, Ireland, where the rage-guarding leprechauns have clearly done their job, and everyone else is getting on with being safe and friendly. This is a country where warmth isn't just in the whiskey. It's in the people. Ireland consistently ranks among the safest nations on Earth, with low violent crime rates, stable politics, and a police force that's more about community connection than confrontation. Most officers don't even carry firearms, and that alone says a lot about the national vibe. From bustling Dublin to the quiet green folds of County Kerry, Ireland's sense of safety is rooted in its strong community spirit. People look out for each other here. Strangers will chat you up at the bus stop, and it somehow never feels weird. Whether you're wandering through Galway's cobblestone streets or driving the wild Atlantic Way, there's a feeling that you're part of something familiar, like the entire country agreed long ago to keep life kind and drama-free. The infrastructure adds to that comfort. Clean public spaces, well-kept roads, and a healthcare system ranked among the best in Europe all help keep stress levels low. Add in a relatively small population spread across peaceful towns and rolling countryside, and you've got a recipe for calm living. Even the weather, famous for its misty moods, somehow adds to the cozy factor. Perfect for a pint by the fire. Economically, Ireland is thriving with booming tech and finance sectors that attract expats from around the world. Yet despite its global success, it's managed to hold on to that small country friendliness that makes you feel safe the second you arrive. In Ireland, safety isn't just about numbers on a chart. It's about people who still believe in kindness, community, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of magic. In third place, Austria, a land of alpine peaks, Mozart, and remarkably low numbers of things going wildly wrong. This is the kind of country where even the trains seem to run with symphonic precision, and crime feels like a plot twist no one's interested in writing. Austria consistently ranks among the world's safest places to live and travel, thanks to a combination of low crime rates, strong social systems, and a population that values order almost as much as it values coffee and cake. Vienna, the capital, has been crowned world's most livable city more times than most people have had birthdays. Streets are spotless, public transit is on time down to the minute, and you could practically take a nap in one of the city's parks without a single worry. The police presence is steady but subtle. The healthcare system is top tier, and the infrastructure makes daily life feel effortless. Safety here isn't enforced, it's simply embedded in the culture. Outside the cities, things get even calmer. In alpine towns like Innsbruck and Hallstatt, life moves at the pace of mountain breezes and ringing church bells. People leave, their bikes unlocked. Children walk to school on their own. And the biggest local drama might involve a missed bus or a stray cow on the road. The sense of security is almost surreal, as if the mountains themselves are keeping watch. Economically, Austria is solid and predictable, with a high standard of living, accessible education, and strong worker protections. It's the kind of place where life feels both elegant and safe, where your biggest risk might be eating too much strudel. In Austria, safety isn't just a statistic, it's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing everything, and everyone, is exactly where it should be. Then there's New Zealand. Yes, the one with sheep, hobbits, and one of the world's safest super chill nations. This island country at the edge of the map might look remote, but that's part of its secret. It's a place where nature rules, neighbors know each other, and crime rates stay comfortably low. The police are community-focused, corruption is practically non-existent, and the whole system seems to run on something between politeness and pure good sense. In New Zealand, safety isn't just about numbers, it's about lifestyle. The pace of life here is slower, calmer, and refreshingly uncluttered. Whether you're walking through Wellington's harborfront or hiking across a field that looks straight out of Middle-earth, there's a sense that people take care of both their environment and each other. Locals pride themselves on honesty and respect, which translates to one of the most trusting societies on the planet. Even the big cities feel manageable. Auckland, the largest, balances vibrant urban energy with beaches, volcanoes, and parks woven right into daily life. Public transportation is reliable, healthcare is excellent, and communities are famously welcoming, especially to travelers and expats. You could drive for hours here without ever feeling unsafe, unless maybe you count a rogue sheep blocking the road. Natural hazards do exist. Earthquakes, storms, the occasional grumpy seagull. But New Zealand's emergency response systems are top-notch, and locals are well prepared. It's a country built for resilience. Add in stunning scenery, stable governance, and a culture of calm friendliness, and you've got a place where safety feels almost like part of the landscape. In New Zealand, peace isn't just found, it's protected, cherished, and lived every single day. Heading into Asia, we land in Singapore. Think futuristic skyline, spotless sidewalks, and safety dialed way up. This tiny island nation might be small, but it operates like a perfectly tuned machine. It's one of the cleanest, safest, and most efficient places on Earth. A city-state where crime is almost mythical, and public order feels like an art form. In Singapore, the streets are so pristine you could practically eat off them, though no one would dare. Chewing gum is famously banned. But it's more than just strict laws keeping things calm. Singapore's safety comes from a deep-rooted culture of respect, education, and shared responsibility. People take pride in their city and follow the rules not out of fear, but because it keeps life running smoothly for everyone. The results speak for themselves. Incredibly low crime rates, spotless public transport, and neighborhoods so well maintained they feel straight out of a sci-fi movie. You can walk anywhere, anytime, even late at night, and feel completely secure. Surveillance and smart technology play a big role too, blending seamlessly into everyday life to create what's often described as the world's safest modern city. Beyond safety, Singapore offers an enviable quality of life. Healthcare is world-class, the economy is strong, and public infrastructure is among the most advanced on the planet. Diversity thrives here. People from all over the world coexist in harmony, bringing together cultures, cuisines, and languages without chaos. Even the climate, while warm and humid, feels balanced by the city's abundance of greenery and indoor comfort. Singapore has mastered the mix of progress and peace. It's proof that safety doesn't have to mean boring. It can mean efficient, inspiring, and beautifully alive. Switzerland enters the list next. Chocolate, watches, and a national safety rating that makes you feel like you're living inside a vault in a good way. It's the kind of place where trains glide in with surgical precision, political debates end with handshakes, and crime is so rare it makes the evening news just by existing. This alpine nation runs on reliability, neutrality, and world-class efficiency, a trio that translates beautifully into everyday peace of mind. From Zurich's gleaming financial district to the quiet mountain villages of the Bernese Alps, Switzerland radiates stability. It's not just about low crime, it's about predictability. The streets are spotless, healthcare is top tier, and the infrastructure feels like something designed by engineers with mild OCD. Every detail accounted for, every schedule honored. Even the air seems organized. The Swiss police maintain a strong but friendly presence, emphasizing prevention and community rather than confrontation. Corruption levels are among the lowest in the world, and people genuinely trust their institutions. A rare luxury these days. It's also a country where privacy is respected, order is valued, and the overall pace of life encourages calm over chaos. And let's talk lifestyle. The lakes shimmer like mirrors, the mountains look painted, and the trains run through scenery so perfect it feels almost cinematic. You can ski in the morning, eat fondue for lunch, and still be back home in time for a sunset walk along the water without a single worry. Switzerland's secret isn't just wealth or policy, it's balance. Safety here doesn't come from fear or control. It's born from mutual respect, civic pride, and a culture that prizes peace as much as precision. Living here feels less like existing in a country and more like residing inside a perfectly run daydream. Portugal is up next. Sun-drenched coasts, good wine, and a surprisingly impressive safety record for its size and tempo. This is the kind of country that feels like a long, slow exhale. Peaceful, beautiful, and refreshingly easy to live in. Despite being one of Europe's most popular destinations, Portugal maintains remarkably low crime rates and an atmosphere of calm that makes even first-time visitors feel instantly at home. Lisbon and Porto might buzz with trams, music, and late-night cafes, but underneath the energy lies an almost tangible sense of security. Violent crime is exceedingly rare, police presence is visible but relaxed, and locals are famously kind and welcoming. Even petty theft, the usual tourist trap in major cities, is relatively low thanks to strong community values and a laid-back culture that discourages conflict. Outside the cities, life slows down even further. Coastal towns like Lagos, Cascais, and Tavira feel timeless. A blend of cobblestone charm, ocean air, and neighbors who actually know each other's names. In the countryside, doors are still left unlocked, and small-town gossip is the closest thing to crime you'll encounter. Add in an excellent healthcare system, affordable cost of living, and stable democracy, and you've got a recipe for true peace of mind. The climate plays its part too. With over 300 days of sunshine a year and one of Europe's mildest winters, it's easy to see why people here are so content. Portugal's safety seems to flow naturally from its rhythm. slow, steady, and deeply human. Whether you're sipping espresso in a quiet plaza or watching the Atlantic sunset over the cliffs of the Algarve, one thing's clear. In Portugal, safety isn't just a statistic. It's a state of being, warm, relaxed, and full of light. Denmark, the land of bikes, hygge, and a society that seems to be built on the premise. Yes, we can be safe and also have fun. This Scandinavian gem doesn't just talk about quality of life, it lives it. With some of the lowest crime rates in the world, Denmark consistently ranks among the safest and happiest countries on Earth. Here, safety isn't enforced through fear or strict control. It's simply the natural result of trust, equality, and a deeply ingrained sense of community. In Copenhagen, people ride their bikes everywhere, and to work, to dinner, even on dates, and no one worries about leaving them unlocked for a few minutes outside a cafe. That's how high the trust level runs. The city feels vibrant yet orderly, bustling with creativity but grounded in calm efficiency. Streetlights are bright, parks are spotless, and even at night, walking home alone feels completely normal. The Danish police maintain an approachable community-based presence, and corruption is virtually non-existent. Social systems here are so well-balanced that desperation, the seed of most crime, is almost unheard of. Universal healthcare, free education, and a strong social safety net mean people live without constant financial fear, which translates directly into a more peaceful society. And then there's hygge, that uniquely Danish concept of cozy contentment. Whether it's candles glowing in a window, friends sharing coffee on a rainy afternoon, or the city's quiet buzz at twilight. Hygge is everywhere, and it radiates safety, comfort, and care. Denmark's magic lies in how effortless it all feels. It's not a utopia by chance. It's a country that decided long ago that happiness and safety belong together. In Denmark, security isn't something you have to chase. It's something you naturally fall into, like a warm blanket on a cool evening. Slovenia may not have been on your radar, but it should be. Tucked in Central Europe, safe and quietly making friends with travelers and expats alike. It's the kind of country that sneaks up on you, small, scenic, and shockingly peaceful. With crime rates among the lowest in Europe, a stable economy, and an almost storybook setting of lakes, forests, and mountains, Slovenia feels like a place designed specifically for people who want to breathe easy. The capital city, Ljubljana, is the picture of calm. Its pastel-colored buildings, riverside cafes, and pedestrian-only streets create a rhythm of life that's both relaxing and reassuring. You can stroll through the old town at midnight without a second thought, or leave your belongings on a park bench and probably get them back before you realize they were gone. Police presence is light but effective, and the locals are so friendly that even first-time visitors feel instantly comfortable. Outside the city, the serenity only deepens. In the countryside, time seems to slow down among vineyards, hilltop churches, and lakes that look too perfect to be real. Especially Lake Bled, with its castle perched above turquoise water. Communities are tight-knit, and everyone seems to take pride in keeping their surroundings and their neighbors safe. Slovenia's safety also comes from its strong education system, efficient governance, and a general national attitude of cooperation over conflict. It's modern, eco-conscious, and deeply connected to nature. Even public transport feels calm and reliable, and healthcare access is excellent for both locals and residents. In short, Slovenia is Europe's quiet overachiever. Peaceful, beautiful, and profoundly livable. It's not just safe to visit, it's the kind of place where people come for a week and end up planning the rest of their lives around staying. Last but absolutely not least, Finland, where safety doesn't just live in the dictionary, it lives in the everyday. This northern wonderland has mastered the art of calm. For years, Finland has topped global rankings for safety, happiness, and stability. A trifecta that makes it one of the most livable places on the planet. Here, safety isn't just a statistic. It's baked into the culture, reinforced by trust, fairness, and a near magical sense of order. In Helsinki, the capital, the streets feel effortlessly peaceful. Public spaces are clean, Transportation runs like clockwork, and people actually wait for the light to turn green before crossing. Not because they have to, but because they want to. Violent crime is practically unheard of, and corruption is so rare it's practically a myth. Parents leave their strollers, babies and all, outside cafes without a flicker of worry. That's the level of trust Finland runs on. But safety here isn't just about policing, it's about design. Everything in Finland is built for balance and well-being. From education to healthcare, the systems are simple, fair, and accessible. People feel supported, not stressed, and that mental peace spills over into how the whole society functions. Even nature seems to cooperate. Forests, lakes, and the northern lights lend an otherworldly calm to daily life. And while winters can be long and dark, the Finns have perfected sisu, a word that roughly translates to courage, resilience, and inner strength. That spirit defines the nation: steady, patient, unshakably kind. In Finland, you don't just live safely, you live well. It's the rare kind of country where silence feels full, community feels effortless, and peace isn't a goal to chase. It's just life.